And you gotta make me an outro.
We are live. Hey, everybody, it's David from Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm in a weird scenario where I'm not in my home because they're going to replace the entire floor. So I'm in a hotel right now. And we were going to go live, meet Nicole Chivattoni, by the way. Welcome, welcome.
Hey.
And, well, we're just going to go live, talk about some stuff that's out there, have some fun. And I understand Nicole has been on a few paranormal investigations, and I would love to hear about some of that stuff.
Yeah, just a few. I feel like last week I was going completely nonstop, just running all week. So it was busy, but it was a good busy, like productive.
Oh, good. So how many did you go on last week?
So last Thursday, we were filming for Haunted Tri-State. So we filmed at a haunted museum. Friday night, we had an investigation at the local library because we donated like a private investigation for 5 people for a charity event, and the people who won it wanted to do it at the library. And then Saturday, we were at the Hoffman Masonic Lodge. So we got to investigate the Masonic Temple. So that was pretty cool.
So the first one you mentioned, is that like, do you mean it was taping for like a TV show or something?
Yeah. We were taping for News 12's original series, Haunted Tri-State.
What?
Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we were actually the very first episode they ever filmed, where we were like their guinea pigs, and we filmed at Messier Homestead in Wappingers Falls, New York. And that was an interesting thing because it was a learning experience for all of us involved. They had never filmed a paranormal TV show. We had never been on a paranormal TV show.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So that's out. That's available on it's on YouTube. It's on I think News 12's website. And then we filmed another episode at Mid Orange Correctional Facility. And that was last Saturday for season 2. And then we filmed, I'm not sure if it's going to be part of season 2 or season 3 on Thursday.
Wow. Yeah. That's impressive. So because this is a TV show, like the first one you were talking about, that's already out, or is it something that needs to be developed and edited and all that good stuff?
No, that one's out. It dropped last October.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I can talk about that one. I'm not sure how much of the new ones that I can talk about other than where we were.
Yeah. I totally get that. That's cool. Yeah, let's hear about what did you encounter in that place?
Which one?
The one that's out now.
Oh, the one that's out now is Messier Homestead. So that's one of my favorite places. It's kind of like turned into our paranormal home base almost. Mm-hmm. And every time we go there, we get something different. So that's a little crazy because we'll get some of the spirits for the house, some of the spirits, because this house was originally built in 1709, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was the 1700s, and the back portion is pretty much unrestored. So it's vibey in there.
So it's unrestored. Is it kind of like falling apart, or is it?
No, it's standing, but the rest of the house is been updated and added on to, but that original, it's basically 2 rooms. It's the main room with the original fireplace, the original, kitchen area, and then a back room, which I'm assuming was a bedroom. And that's it. And an attic.
Ooh.
And so that's all like old and spooky, where the front of the house is more like restored and updated because people were living there.
Oh, currently?
No, not currently, but they were living there until, see, I might be wrong on this, but I want to say it was like the 50s when they turned it into like a child welfare office. And then it was used for a police station.
Did it have like the cells and all that stuff?
No, they were in the basement, the cells.
Oh.
They're not there anymore. But
did you go into the basement and do some stuff there?
We did. So interesting
Yay.
about that basement. It was the site of the Wappingers Tea Party. So it was during, the whole, not quite as famous as the Boston Tea Party, but during that whole tax on tea thing. So they were loyalists and they were charging the king's tax on tea in his little shop. And people came in and they were pretty pissed about that. They were like, we're not going to pay this. So they took the shopkeeper, I believe his wife, and a servant and locked them in the basement.
Really?
They ransacked the store. They took all the tea and they left what they felt was a fair price for the tea.
Wow.
Took them 3 days to get them out of the basement.
Oh, so they survived. I was going to say.
They survived. They didn't die there.
Okay, I was going to say, are they haunting the place?
No.
Oh, man.
They survived.
That's interesting. Wow. So, how long did it take for you guys to shoot it, and then for it to get developed and shown on?
So we filmed over the summer last year, and at that time, I don't even think it had an actual title. Everything was still working. They were working out all the kinks, and it aired in October. So it was a couple months. They knew what the show was going to be.
Yeah.
But the kicker is when it came out, we watched the premiere. Everybody was all excited.
Mm-hmm.
And then they hit us at the end because they had skeptics come in and refute everything we did.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And nobody who was on the show knew that was going to happen.
They should tell you something like that. That sounds important. Did you guys get a chance to refute what they were saying, or?
We have not, but I really want to take the skeptics on an investigation.
Yeah, that would be good.
Mm-hmm. I told them when we were filming last week, I said, I want these skeptics to come out and just do an investigation with us. They don't have to believe, but it would be interesting to see if they kind of change their tune a little bit after they've experienced things themselves.
Right. So I can tell you, I was a skeptic, huge. I didn't believe it at all. Zero. But I was interested because it seemed, the unknown can be scary and remarkably interesting. I just didn't believe it because I never experienced anything like that. I thought if I didn't experience it and you didn't experience it, is it real? I don't think it's real because I don't know what you're talking about. Then I had an experience, and boy, did that change my mind. Boy, did that turn my whole world upside down. And now I'm doing this. So it's you have to, I think some people just have to experience it for themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
And last summer, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
Well, I was going to say last summer, while you were filming that, I was actually in a hotel very similar to this one because the exact same thing that happened this year happened last year.
Oh.
And what's hilarious is it's about to be July. And I remember celebrating the 4th of July in a hotel. And it's exactly what's going to happen this year. I don't know what the hell's going on. We have a cursed condo, but everything seems to be fixed. So they just need to repair the floor completely. And it's a lot easier this year than it was last year. I'll say that.
That's good. Yeah. You guys got sage or something. I don't know what you got going on over there, but.
It's crazy. It's really the fact that it was built in the 80s, the condo building. And it's not up to code, but it's been grandfathered in. You know what I mean? So they didn't have to because it would be super expensive to renovate. So yeah, there's a pipe, open pipe, and another one dripping into the open pipe, and that's how they did it back in the day, just to release AC, condensation or whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, when this pipe gets clogged with whatever happens, this is eventually going to overflow, causing problems. So I fixed 2 of those things so far.
So they're renovating just very, very slowly. And
I'll say this. Last year, I remember we paid a lot, but insurance covered a lot of it. But anything that's outside the walls, it's your insurance. Anything that's inside the walls is supposed to be the HOA, right? last year. Oh my God! Last year, our HOA, the management company was battling and they refused to pay anything, so we ended up paying a small portion of the plumbing part. The insurance covered everything else, which was fantastic. But this year, the plumbing part was like $1,800, almost $1,800, right? And oh my God, I was pissed because they gave us the same issue. Oh no, we don't cover. That's coming from your AC unit, so it's not us or whatever. Well, it turns out our HOA management system got fired because they were holding on to money they shouldn't be holding on to and using it on other things. And so the HOA president and all that, they fired those people. And we're getting reimbursed for what we paid in July. And I'm so happy about that because it was a lot.
Really, really awful things about HOAs. When we were looking for a place, there was townhouses that I was looking at that I really liked. They were really nice. They have good amenities, but I'm like, HOA. And I'm like, all right, can I see like the rules of the HOA before I put an offer in on this place? Because I want to see if I'm agreeing to anything crazy. Right. I'm like, nope, you can't see it until you buy it.
Really? I've never heard of that. That's insane. There's HOAs that can actually take over your house. Like they can put in some sort of like, I don't know what, legal mumbo jumbo, and like if you're unpleasant or you're doing things that's like breaking the rules X amount of times, they can take your place.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. I couldn't believe it, but it happens. It actually happens.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I couldn't in good faith do that, because I'm like, what if they say something stupid like, you can't have a dog? I'm like, I bought a house, but I can't have a dog. Like, or I don't know.
We have huge viewership right now. I didn't advertise this at all. We've been busy with all this junk. We got a big 0 right now, but that's okay.
That's fine, because you know what? When you clip this, a ton of people are going to watch it, and they're going to go back and watch it.
Well, it's really cool is my YouTube has grown a lot thanks to that one episode, and I didn't pay for it like someone we know, but and I'm going back next month to do another show with him. And,
that's awesome.
I cannot wait.
I guess that's what I got to do, though. I got to like pay to promote. It's like I didn't realize YouTube was pay to play.
Well, I mean, it can be. You shouldn't do it though. You especially don't need to do that. But you know, people who are like they really want like that extra viewership, they'll definitely do that. I actually did this when I had. We're talking like 7 years ago. My little doggy Charlie had an Instagram, and people kept sending me this stuff, and I was like, "What is this? $20? You'll give me 5,000? Okay." And the problem is, if you pay the $20, you will get 5,000 followers, but they're like bots. They're not real.
They know, and they know because, like when I was using TikTok more, they would do a check if you wanted to do anything. Be like, okay, checking to make sure all your followers are real, checking to make sure this, checking to make sure that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. So if you bought 1 million followers, it doesn't matter because TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, they know they're not real.
Yeah, Instagram especially, because as soon as I did that, instant shadow ban. Yeah, so they knew, and they just stopped sharing my stuff, and so it dropped. So you know what I did? I did a crazy thing. I basically unfollowed all 5,000 one at a time. Yeah, I was like, no. But now Charlie's, it's now Luna's page, but Charlie, her page is like over 6,000, almost 7,000 followers, and I just made like one post recently, and that one got over 1.2 million views because it was like it's Theo Vaughn basically talking about Jim Carrey talking about grief, and Charlie, my dog that passed away, and it made me think of her, so I posted that and put my little comment or whatever. 1.2 million views. Wow.
Damn, I get happy when my things get like 8,000, 10,000 views.
Yeah, and you do get that stuff. That's great. And Full Moon Paranormal, right? That's what it's called.
Full Moon Paranormal. Yeah. I manage so many accounts. I mean, it's not that many. I mean, you have a lot. I have Full Moon Paranormal. I have Paranormal Tea Times page. I have my page, Paranormal Nicole. And it's constantly like, all right, what am I posting where?
Yeah. I have Down the Rabbit Hole, which is my main page. Then I have Dayvid Don't Know page. I have over 80,000 now on Dayvid Don't Know. So I just did the same thing that I did Down the Rabbit Hole. I just post every single day. I don't miss. And I have a checklist of what I want to post and everything. So I do that. And then I have my DTRH Cinematic Universe page, which is my movie page where I play the movie judge and whatever, And that one has about over 5,000 followers. And then I have Luna's page, and I have a few others, but I don't really mess with those anymore. I used to have a lot of YouTube pages too that I would upload, like, I don't know, like inspiring music with like beautiful whatever scenery, stuff like that.
The things that people used to. You remember back in the day where you had to like pirate music?
Yeah.
And well, you didn't have
Napster.
Yep. But you know how many YouTube videos I put into like that YouTube to MP3 whatever and downloaded music that way when they killed Napster and LimeWire?
Yeah. I used Pirate Bay. Did you ever use Pirate Bay?
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yeah.
But you had to scan every file because there were like buku viruses out there.
Yes. I willingly gave my computer cancer for free music. And then you wonder, like, when you hear the stories like, oh, these people like sold their soul to the devil. I'm like, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Because I sold my computer to the devil, for free music. So.
Man, I was all over that. Do you know the first song you ever downloaded?
What song?
Do you remember?
Oh, do I? No.
Yeah. The first song I ever downloaded was from a band called Massive Attack, Teardrop. So if you ever hear that, that's I could not believe I could do that. And I downloaded that and listened to it. So yeah, I had tons of files. I had tons of music files.
I mean, mine was probably like Britney Spears or Backstreet Boys or something. It was a long time ago.
You're a little kid. You're still a little kid. You're still
I'm not, though.
You're in your 30s, man.
I am.
Barely in your 30s.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, like after weeks like last week, I start to feel it. I'm like, I'm tired.
I'm telling you, last year we did a massive, like we had, oh my God. This year's been a lot different than the moving around that we did last year. Yeah, last year you have your bathroom tile, so it doesn't match the regular wood floor that you have. So we put as much stuff in the bathrooms. I even put I have one of these box showers in our master bathroom. It's like a big glass shower deal, right? Mm-hmm. I put all sorts of stuff in there. I put tons of stuff in there. Lined up the entire bathroom, all the cabinets, the closet. It was insane last year. I was like, but I feel like I could do it no problem. This year we didn't even do half that. I'm exhausted, man. I'm tired.
Well, oh my God. Once, and you feel like, all right, this is the only time I'm ever have to do it. Let's just deal with it. But now you're like, all right, this is an every year thing.
Oh my God. Dude, if it happens next year, that's it. That's it. You're never seeing me again. Oh my God. Woo!
If it happens again next, June, July, you might have to move.
Yeah, we're thinking about moving now. We're really thinking about moving now.
Come out east.
But I do like the place I'm at, and it's the same type of, I'm not going to say the name, but it's the same type of hotel. It was the hotel we stayed in last year. It was a little more run down because it's kind of an older one. So we went to the one that's like a couple of miles further down the road on 1604. And oh my God, it's awesome. We're in the 11th floor. We're way up here, man. I'm not in the penthouse. There's another floor, but yeah, I wish. But we're all the way to the top. It's a bigger room. It's a king size room. It's a suite. So, living room, kitchen, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, they're rebuilding 1604. They're like, it's construction all over the place. So it's kind of cool. I always pass by here because I always drive through here. But to be up here and looking at it, it's kind of neat. and the view's really, really nice to the other side. But I'm really enjoying this. I actually like this kind of hotel thing. I could do this for a living, just stay in places.
It's like a little vacation. I mean, even though
Yeah.
you're like in your own area, it's like a little vacation.
Right. Exactly.
I'm hoping. So I rolled the dice because, I'm going to Atlantic City. I figure gambling should start now, right? So the hotel I'm staying at had a deal that was like, you don't get to pick your room type.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like $50 cheaper a night.
Wow.
So I'm like, I'm going to do it and I'm going to gamble and just hope that I get a good room. I mean, it's not one of the casinos, so I'm not going to get a shitty room.
Right.
But like hoping for like ocean views.
So when you say gambling, what kind of gambling do you do?
I have no idea because I'm not a gambler. So we'll see.
Have you been to Vegas?
No, I haven't even been to Atlantic City, and it's like 3 hours away.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Here's a trick, though. If you're gonna do slot machines, for example, make a daily limit. Make it seriously, because I'll tell you a story. I took my when I was married, God, years ago. My brother-in-law and his friend who died of COVID actually in 2020. But way back then, we went to Vegas, and I thought, see, these were adults. These guys are older. Well, one is older than me. My brother-in-law is older than me, and his friend is probably my same age or was my same age. And so when we went there, I didn't think I was gonna have to babysit anybody. You know what I mean? I thought, these are grown men. Okay, me and my wife are there. The minute we landed in the airport, they started playing slot machines right there in the airport.
Oh, Jesus.
And by the time we got to the hotel, they were broke.
That's really bad. You didn't even make it to the casinos.
I had to buy them meals. I had to hey, Dave, can I have a 20? It was all this.
Oh my God.
I was like, I can't believe this, man. How old are you again? Oh my God. And they were shameless, like little kids, really. They were having a great time. I gave my friend Gabriel a 20. He actually made like $300 out of that.
Did he pay you back the 20?
I don't remember. I don't think he did. No, I think he did. He probably did. He probably did. Hilarious. Yeah, so you definitely, because it can get out of control. You'll get on there, right, and you'll hit, and you're like, oh my God, I made $200 off 20. The next thing you know, you lost all 200, and you're putting 200 in. So you have to be really careful. I know out of experience.
I'm not a gambler. I like things I know, or games of skill. But I do like the flashy lights from the slot machines. So
they're the best. I love them. I'm a pretty good
alcohol.
Oh yeah, that's why it's free. I don't know if it's free in Atlantic City, but in Vegas, if you're playing the slots, it's free. They bring you drinks. Yeah. Yeah, you'll notice there are no clocks in there also because they don't want you to.
No windows.
Yeah, no windows, and it's so addicting. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I told work today when I left. I was like, this is the last time I will be sober for 3 days. So wish me luck.
Do you want to say where you work, or do you want to talk about that? Or?
Well, I work in a pharmacy.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
I knew that. Yeah, is it really bad?
Oh, people suck.
Yeah,
we have some really, really great long time patients, and then because if you call your doctor's office, right, you're not getting through to the doctor, or even you're gonna get through to a receptionist, or they'll put you to a message. But then they come in and we're accessible to them, so they're screaming and yelling at us.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had issues with pharmacies. So Walgreens is the one I use right now. And I've come across, now I understand pharmacists and people who who work with them and all that get frustrated, and they're burnt out because of what you're saying. Right, because I'm sure they get tons of assholes all day long. But when I get there and I'm asking, and they're not happy, man. They're they hate their life or job or whatever. I don't know what it is. It's like, oh, damn, okay. All right, son. And I've actually had a really rude pharmacist tell me some really like terrible stuff to my face. I was like, wow, okay.
Wow.
Goodbye.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, I left that place. But
yeah, good.
I totally get it. I like my sister's a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're ever in a hospital, like if you go and visit someone who's in a hospital, nurses can be very, very rude, but at the same time, people are rude with them like crazy rude with them.
But you know what I find? That the ruder the nurse is, the better nurse they are.
The better care. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, because you'll get the super, super nice ones that cannot put in like an IV or take blood or anything.
Yes.
But then the ones that come in and like 4 o'clock in the morning, flip the lights on, wake you up. Here's your, like, man, perfect. No bruises, no nothing. They get the first time, like, okay.
I'll tell you, recently I was in the hospital. It was 2024 when I had that heart attack. And the nurses, it didn't matter what nurse was there, because you know how they switch. Mm-hmm. And I was in the ICU. Every nurse that was there was super nice and really good at what they were doing. Everything was like, I could not believe that. I actually had to write to them to tell them that I really appreciated how they took care of me and how it was just wonderful. I had never had such a wonderful experience. I felt like a VIP. It was crazy. I even had like the biggest room there.
Wow.
It was kind of nuts. But yeah. Everywhere else, I was telling them, I've been to places where nurses are just, they are the worst. Like they've had enough. They've had enough.
Yeah, but I get it, because the whole healthcare like industry is overworked, understaffed. Right. Nobody wants to do those jobs anymore. And, you know, they take a lot of abuse. Places near us have actually had to start putting signs up in their office that says like, we don't tolerate abuse. You'll be asked to leave the premises. Like, don't scream at the healthcare workers. And I think a lot of it, like, we're off the paranormal topic completely, but I think a lot of it is like, we're now treating healthcare as customer service.
Right.
And patient care and like, okay, maybe the customer is always right, but the patient is not.
That's a good point.
So
that's an excellent point. I'll tell you a paranormal story from a hospital. So there was this, I picked up this guy. I think he was a driver, but he said, back in the day, I was a security guard in a hospital, and I know exactly it's a transplant hospital that when I was a courier, I would always take like a kidney or, you know, whatever I would take to that hospital. Well, he says on the 3rd floor of the hospital, it's like a psych place. Mm-hmm. I didn't know this, but they're like, it's locked up there. You know what I'm saying? And so this guy says, I was working the desk. It was kind of late. And then we got a very irate paramedic who ran up onto the front desk. I need your help. I need your help. I need to get this truck moved, blah, 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 blah. He was like losing it. And the guy was saying, I can't leave my spot, man. I'm sorry. Try to get someone else. And he's like, you don't understand. I need to get this going now. And so he said, I'm sorry, man. I can't help you. So he leaves in a huff, right? And then about 10 minutes later, he comes back and says, everything's cool, man. Everything's taken care of. Thanks. See you later. The nurse in red helped me. Or said she's going to help me. That's what he said. And I thought, nurse in red? And he goes, yeah, red scrubs. She was wearing red scrubs. And he goes, oh, okay. And so he left. And his supervisor gets there. And he says, hey, man, this guy said he talked to a nurse in red scrubs. And he goes, we don't have nurses in red scrubs. No one wears red scrubs here. This is a blue scrub hospital. And I was like, but he said, man. And they said, well, let's take a look at the camera, right? So they actually pull up the feed where you see him like he's kind of losing his stuff. And then he stops and he starts talking to no one. There's no one there. And he's talking to them. And apparently it's a lady in red scrubs, a nurse. And then you see him like hug nobody and says, thank you. And then he takes off back. And I thought, what? And he goes, yeah, he was talking to a ghost, man.
Or he was somebody from the 3rd floor.
Yeah, he was not even a paramedic. That's
right?
hilarious.
He just thought he was a paramedic. I don't like hospitals are always crazy haunted. And I mean, I get that people pass there, but why would you want to stay in the hospital? Like, wouldn't you want to go home?
I don't know that you get a choice. I mean, if it's a traumatic passing, isn't that what they say? That traumatic passings, that's when you get stuck or something like that. You don't go on or whatever. So I guess that happens a lot in a hospital. That's one place where, you know, people will pass away. There's another story. Let me tell you this one. It just popped in my head. There's a particular room on the third floor of a different hospital, not too far away. Picked up a nurse from there, and she works overnight. And so I asked her if she had any stories. She goes, in the third floor. Let me just tell you this right now. Third floor, room 3, whatever it was. Every person in that room sees something. And every once in a while, I'll go in there and I'll hear something weird. But it's like usually older patients are in there. And she says, and they're like, Lucy, leave me alone. Lucy, go away. Or something like this, right? And they'll go running in there and I say, what's wrong? What's wrong? Lucy's bothering me. This little girl, she keeps bothering me. Her name's Lucy. And where's Lucy? She's right there. She's right. Don't you see her? She's right there. And so, yeah, there's been all these patients that say that there's a Lucy there. And it turns out there was a little girl named Lucy that died in that room.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? I was like, oh
crazy.
My God.
Because these people don't know each other. It's probably not like a common story of a haunting where they would hear it, pick it up.
Right.
And they all come up with the same thing. That's crazy.
The same name. And she says it happened several times. As a matter of fact, there was this one time where I think it was an older lady who was in there. And she was very, very frightened. And so why? She said Lucy was in there, but Lucy had a lot of friends with her. There were a lot of people in there. I was like, really? Yeah, she said that it was not just Lucy. It was like a lot of, like, there was adults and there were other kids, and they were just all in the room staring at me. And they won't leave me alone. I love those stories.
I know, because they sound like those, you know, like scary stories you tell in the dark kind of vibes. It sounds like a fictional ghost story.
Yes, it does.
It's actually happening to people, and I love those ones.
I can never verify them, so I just love them. I just love hearing those stories. Mm-hmm. Generally, I can hear if someone is, you know, blowing smoke up my ass or whatever, and so I'm like, oh, this guy's full of it. But the stories I get usually are like something that really you can tell it really happened to that person, because it's in their how they tell it. Yeah. It's in their emotion because they experience something very weird. And so yeah, the nurses are the best. I always ask the nurses to see if like they have a story. Every time I pick up a nurse, especially one that works overnight, they have the best.
Always haunted. Yeah. Did I ever tell you the story about the one guy at one of our events who ordered a drink from a phantom bartender?
No.
So we had an event at an Irish pub down in Pennsylvania, and this guy came with his wife, his significant other, I can't remember, but he was a non-believer, total skeptic, and kind of a dick about it, to be honest. And first thing, he goes into the bathroom. When he gets there, he comes out and he goes, all right, who's fucking with me? Who's fucking with me? And we're like, what are you talking about? He was in the bathroom and somebody starts like banging on the wall. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, that's weird. Maybe he's, you know, goofing around. Maybe somebody was playing a prank on him because he was kind of loud about being a skeptic. And then later on in the night, he's up at a bar. There was a couple bars in this place. Up at one of the bars, and he's getting pissed. Mm-hmm. Like you can see, like he's turning red. He's getting angry. And he's like, yeah, this won't give me a drink. You know, he won't. He's like, I've been waiting for my drink. And we're like, who are you talking about? The bartender, this guy. And he's like describing the guy. I'm like, there's no bartender.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, I ordered a drink. I ordered Blue Moon with an orange. Like, and he's legitimately getting upset that his drink is taking so long.
Wow.
And there was no bartender at that bar at all.
Yeah. Were other people getting drinks? What was going on there?
Other people were getting drinks from the other bar.
From the actual bar?
Yeah, the actual bar. He was at this bar and there was no.
Dude, so he really had like an interaction with something.
Yeah, and he was
Oh,
pissed about
wow.
it because he wanted his drink.
Wow.
And then we're like, there's nobody. And he thinks that we're messing with him, and we think that he's messing with us, but he's getting like visibly agitated that his drink is taken so long.
Oh my God. What a trip.
Yeah. So I think he might have been a believer after that.
Did he ever talk to him about afterwards, or?
No, he thought we were messing with him. I'm like, we are a professional company. Like, we want you to experience ghosts, but we won't mess with you, much.
Yeah. I mean, that would. That's one thing I want to do more, like paranormal investigations, but with what's going on right here, I'm not sure if that's a good idea. But I'm stronger. I feel like I'm stronger now than I was before. I'm in better shape now than I was before. So I don't know.
Well, it's about how you approach it. Like, I have been on so many investigations, and the number of like jump scare type things or legit things that have scared me.
0, right?
Yeah. The one thing with the nun. But in general, like, nothing happens.
We're going to have to hear about this nun.
Okay. So it was actually at Mizir where we filmed Haunted Tri-State, the place we were talking about before. And we got called in by the person who takes care of the house, because they said she was in that back part of the house, and she heard with her ears, bring Tim and his dolls. Mm-hmm. Tim is one of our friends who uses one of those like Lava-Bella dolls as, I don't know what you want to call it, like a conduit for paranormal activity. Like, they record EVPs with it. So she calls us, we go in there. One psychic who's on our team is seeing an entity who's kind of looking like the girl from Orphan, those two like long pigtails, like an adult.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretending to be like a little girl.
Okay.
And then the other psychic on our team is seeing in her mind's eye an entity with like blacked out eyes, like black-eyed child. All right, that's weird. We go about the investigation. We're in that back part of the house, and we're doing the Estes session. And Stephanie, my co-host from Paranormal Tea Time, she is under, and I'm going back and forth asking questions. And all of a sudden, I see completely like covering her whole body, probably like a foot taller than she is, standing in front of her, completely solid, something that looks like the nun from the Conjuring movies.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
what a trip. Being
like super logical like I am, I'm like, all right, well, it's dark in here. My eyes are adjusting. Something's like, playing tricks on my mind. So I kind of just stare at it to let it, come into focus.
To view. Yeah.
Yeah. And instead of, going away, it becomes clearer, like the details and the features.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I
leave the room like, fuck no, I'm out.
Did you have to capture video of it or anything like that? Pictures?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not. I had my little body cam going, but it didn't, because I was looking down at the body cam, looking at her, looking at the body cam, and she looks normal on the body cam, but not to my eyes.
So did you do any like history investigation? Did you find anything that, I don't know, had like a nun in it, like a nun died there or anything like that?
No, nothing. To me, it almost seemed like something was kind of trying to mess with us, like play off of different horror movie tropes that people might be afraid of. Because you had the orphan, you had the black-eyed children, you had the nun.
Interesting. Yeah, because I have a friend, JJ Rose 777. She's a psychic medium. She's a spiritualist. She's all white witch. She's all this stuff. We did a. Well, you remember when we did the Deeper Down the Rabbit Hole about alien species? Well, the one before that was about CERN. And oh man, I don't know if you got to see that one, but I had Hollow Sky on there. I had Joe from Tales, Treasures, Towers, and of course Tommy Cullen.
Yeah, because his mom basically works at CERN.
Yeah, that was hilarious, man. He's great. I love Tommy. So JJ was saying that when it comes to like spiritual stuff, or, we were talking about, what CERN can bring out. Oh, somehow we got on the subject of Slender Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that Slender Man isn't real. I know it's a creation from creepypasta or some sort of. It won awards for being a character or whatever. It's not real. But then all of a sudden, it wasn't real. But all of a sudden, it started popping up in videos. People were recording videos of themselves, and in the distance was something resembling Slender Man. Almost a faceless-looking, super tall creature. And so JJ was saying that sometimes, if you think about spirituals, like in the spirit world, there's spirits that are not pleasant or they're trying to scare you. They will use things like that and try to manifest in those kind of things to get to you or to scare you, like what was going on with you. They were somehow using the nun from The Conjuring, Black Eyed Children, all that stuff. That's amazing and creepy as hell.
Yeah, and I wonder with those kind of things, like, all right, did at some point back in history somebody decided that the Hat Man was scary? Yeah. So now this thing manifests as Hat Man. Because if you've never heard of Slender Man, right? Mm-hmm. You haven't heard of that whole side of the internet.
Right.
Would you still see him? Would it still manifest that way because it knows to people that imagery is scary?
I guess. I mean, if you think about if we believe, right? Because I don't understand. I don't know. But if you believe that they see what we think, or they know what's out there, then they will use something like that, and it would be to their benefit. Especially if you think that these things feed on fear. Well, yeah, they would try to use something that would scare you, and maybe Slender Man is a scary thing. And then you get things like those two girls that offered their friend, almost eliminated their friend for Slender Man to be with him, which that blew my mind.
Yeah.
Something like that can happen.
I don't know, but it becomes, are we creating these things by giving it energy and so many people believing it, and we're making almost a tulpa, or are things that already exist just taking the form of these things?
I don't know, because there is a theory that when so many minds are concentrating on it, so many people are looking at it around the world, that we are somehow creating and manifesting it into this world. And that's weird to me, because think about it. What if in an alternate reality there is a Slender Man? There's a story behind it, and he's real and all that stuff. But in this world, I don't think it is. But how could it be blending here? Or you know what I mean? How could we be recording videos of it? That's a trip. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
This is why I'm a ghost hunter that doesn't necessarily believe in ghosts, because we are all sitting around a circle, right? Staring at this REM pod, staring at this digital voice recorder, and we are almost willing something to imprint upon it. So I've actually done experiments with people and been part of experiments where during an EVP session, instead of asking like a spirit to say something, everybody uses their mind and thinks of the same word and thinks of the same word and tries to manifest it onto the recorder. And it's worked.
Wow. Oh, man. So by that theory, a lot of these paranormal investigators could be doing that.
Could be. Because, I mean, everybody has energy, intent, manifestation. Everybody wants so badly to experience something. You ask your question and you're like staring this thing down, waiting for it to respond, waiting for it to go off. And then it does. So did a spirit come up and actually answer your request, or are you doing that?
That's very interesting. Maybe some people are strong enough psychically that they can make things like that happen. They just don't know it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. If you say that, do you believe in ghosts at all?
I believe that we are experiencing something. So I definitely believe in residual hauntings, you know, where there's an imprint of energy, something playing over and over again, like kind of stone tape theory. Now, intelligent hauntings is where I'm like, about
Do you think you need to experience it to be able to say that you believe it?
I experience it all the time. We get so much activity when we go out. But is it a ghost, or is it something, you know, interdimensional? Is it like a time loop? Is it us projecting? That is what I find more interesting than anything. The what is it? Okay. Not the is it, because we know it is.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense though. But I would want for you, if you have, because I know I saw a shadow figure that I was so intrigued that you captured, or your friend captured during an investigation you guys did. That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was like
full body figure. You could make out the outline. You could see it. That was crazy.
I don't post, like, you know, I have a lot of friends that send me stuff, and it has to hit a certain level for me to post it. That one went beyond that level. I was like, oh, I think I saw it and I was like, I gotta share this. And then I saw it was you, and I thought, okay, let me share it. And wow, it did well. It did real well, because that thing looked creepy. A, B, it looked like a person. It looked like a person manifesting. You can see, it was like a dark shadow, but you can see through the corners of the shadow, like almost see through. I was like, wow.
And it had such a definition where you could almost see like ears on the head, and you could like see where the legs like started.
Did you see it while she was taking the picture? Were you able to see it live?
No, you couldn't see anything.
Oh, it just appeared on the picture. Okay. Yeah. What a trip.
She was just going around, like, you know, taking pictures of the space down hallways, and, you know, just like random pictures of where we were.
So in that place, what I would want to look for history of the place. Look for, you know, to try to match up an image or something that kind of would, you know what I'm saying? To figure, okay, this guy died here.
Who is it?
Is it this guy? Could it be, you know what I mean? So like the nun, but I mean, what you say makes more sense to me now that something is using either something they know you're afraid of, or they can see that you're afraid of, or I don't know, they're just taking a chance that the nun's scary to you. And hey, hold on a second. One sec. Pause this real quick. I guess I cannot. Okay. So Andrew just got here, in case you're wondering. So we're at 49 minutes in. I know you need to leave here in a couple of minutes, so I guess let's go ahead and end it here.
Yeah.
If you're good, and maybe we can do this again here in the future. Right. Well, thank you, Nicole.
We have so many more ghost stories to go through.
Oh my God, we got a ton. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully, we'll see you soon. The light just went on in the kitchen. Later.